This is Gospel Music Today. We're at SingFest 2009 in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's a great pleasure to be talking to Daniel Riley of Gold City. Daniel, welcome to Gospel Music Today.
It's great to be here. Great to see you guys again.
Where did the name Gold City come from?
Gold City came from the name of the town that it originated in. Gold City started in Dahlonega, Georgia. And the original name was the Gold City Quartet. Dahlonega was known as the Gold City. So they were the Gold City Quartet, and that's where the name came from back in 1980. There was actually the man that started the group, his dad had a group called the Gold City Quartet back in the 50s. And he sort of resurrected that group, and that's how we got the name. The man that started the group, Floyd Beck, passed away in 1984, and my dad took over the group at that point and moved it back to our hometown in Gadsden, Alabama. So we're not connected to Dahlonega anymore except by name.
Now, when we think back to the list of just incredible Gold City songs, from I'm Not Giving Up and Midnight Cry up to the current Preach the Word and I Cast My Bread Upon the Water, who selects those songs? What's the process for that?
It's been different over the years. Used to, back in the early days, Ivan Parker would get all the songs together. He would sort of go through them and take the bad ones out and get a group of songs together, and then the group would listen to them and pick the songs out. And that's the way it's been done over the years, and it's no different today. I usually go to Nashville, and publishers will come in and pitch songs, and we'll pick ones that we like, and then we'll narrow it down. Myself and our producer Michael Sykes and our record company head Ken Harding, we'll sit down and we'll sort of whittle them down to about 100, maybe 125 songs. And then I'll bring those back to the bus, and we'll spend weeks listening to them, seeing what hits us, and it's a really lengthy process. And it's so difficult when you've got, say, you get down to the last 25, 30 songs. It's so difficult to narrow it down to only 10. That's the hardest thing in the world to do, because you love all of them. And it's like, but you have to pick 10 or however many you're going to put on a CD. But that's the way we do it.
Now, in all the years that Gold City has been around, really, compared to other quartets, a small number of changes in the lineup. But you've got a new guy with you now.
Right. Our newest guy is Bruce Taliaferro. He's our lead singer. He's been with us just over a year. And I've known Bruce for years. We grew up in the same town together, and have always shared a love for this music. It's how we met. We didn't get to know each other till our late teen years, but we've become best friends over the years. And he's been on the road with us many times, whether just riding along for the weekend or filling in for somebody. And looking back, I can see how God was preparing Bruce to step into that position. And we weren't expecting Jonathan to step down, but God had the right person ready to go when he did. And I love to be able to look back and see how God works. But Bruce is doing a great job. Folks are really enjoying his singing, and we love having him on the road with us.
He is great on stage, great singer. Now, as people have cycled in and out, and voices change, personalities change, and the style of Gold City has changed a little over the years.
Sure. I mean, my dad from the very beginning was the one constant of the group. He was the cornerstone. And a lot of people said, as long as Tim Riley's there, it's Gold City. And in the days when it was my dad and Ivan Parker and Brian Free and Mike Lefevre, they had their own sound. And then the next generation was Jay Perrick and Jonathan Wilburn and Mark Trammell and my dad, and they had their own sound. And the four of us together just have there's a certain sound that works for us, just like there's a certain sound that worked for them. And we are following our hearts and doing what we feel comfortable doing but also feel like we're staying true to who we are, staying true to what brought Gold City to where they are today, and each group of guys have a different taste, and I just believe that we should progress and continue to change for the better, I hope.
It's still Gold City, and it's still the best. We just love Gold City. How often does the Band of Gold go with you now?
It all depends. They'll go 6 weeks and not go with us, and then they'll go with us 2 weeks in a row. It really depends on the dates that we're doing, and we're offering the band as an option when somebody books a date with Gold City, and it costs a little extra. The original reason we took our band off the road was because it just wasn't economically feasible, and we've missed it, and people have expressed that they miss us having a live band. So this is sort of a compromise. So they've been playing with us since this past fall, and they get better every time they go out with us. And I'd love to see the day when they could return to the road full time with us, and that's what we're praying for and hoping for. But until then, it's just on a basis as to when they're booked with us.
Now, you've got a current CD out that's had just one great song after another released to radio.
Well, you're kind. "Cast My Bread Upon the Water" was our first single off of the Moment of Truth CD, and it's an old song. Joel Hemphill wrote that song, and the Hemphills recorded it back in the 80s. And we asked Joel if he had any songs, if he had written any songs, and he said, "No, I hadn't wrote anything in a long time." He said, "But here's some songs you might like." And we'd all heard that song before, but when we listened to it, it was just, this could be good. So that's been a great song. Folks are really liking that. And of course, our current single is "What Children Believe," which is completely different for us, but the message is just great. The Bible, Jesus said, to enter into the kingdom of heaven, you must become as a little child and be born again. And I think that song has a lot of truth in it. And that's doing very well. It's entered into the charts at number 31, so we'll see where it goes from there. And there are songs, God's been good to us over the years, and we've had incredible songs. And there are songs on there that I think you could put any one of them out and it would do well, because they're great songs.
And what's coming up new?
Right now we're in the studio working. We'll only do with our current record company, New Haven Records. We just completed our second CD with them. They'll only put out a new CD on us about every 18 months or so, because they want to get the full life out of it in retail and whatnot. But we're doing an off-label project right now, and it's a tribute to my brother, Doug Riley, that Doug wrote somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 songs, and Gold City recorded a lot of those. And then some of them were never recorded by anybody. And we went back and picked out songs that he wrote that we really like, songs like "Are You Ready" and "I'm Living Forgiven," a bunch of cool songs that he wrote. And then we picked a couple. I think there's 2 or 3 songs on there that's never been recorded, and we're real excited about those. And we're hoping to have that CD out this summer. Not real sure what we're going to call it yet. It'll be something, a tribute to Doug Riley or something. I don't know. We're still praying about that one.
Well, Daniel, thank you very much for talking to us on Gospel Music Today.
Well, hey, anytime. We appreciate you guys and what you do, and we'll look forward to seeing you again.
Now back to more Gospel Music Today.